So today we are back out here in Prosper, Texas, in one of the most exciting communities to come here in quite some time. Not only in Prosper, but all of North Dallas. This place is called Starview. We've got some of the top builders in Dallas, Texas, and the one that we're gonna be showing you here in this video is going to be this Tradition home right here behind me, sitting around 4,600 square feet and one of the nicest fit and finish model homes you will ever see. This location is absolutely incredible, right across the street from the gates of Prosper, off of Preston Road, and locations do absolutely everything in Prosper and Frisco that you could possibly want. But I know what you really want to see, and that's this house right here behind me. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, welcome to Tradition Homes 6061 floor plan. This house is sitting just over 4,600 square feet. Starts with a 5-bed, 4.5 bath, but you can add additional bedrooms and bathrooms if you'd like. And of course, we've got the game room, media, and study. But when you walk into this place, it is absolutely stunning. Not only do you have a long, tall entryway, but it's extremely wide. Most of those homes, even in this community, are gonna have the much skinnier entryway. But you've got your double iron doors right here at the front. Of course, you're gonna be able to choose multiple different options, but I absolutely love the heavy iron doors. It just screams luxury, just looks really nice. And if you're worried about privacy, they've got some drop-down shades, all kinds of stuff that you can do with a click of a button. So you've got your traditional office space right here with your built-ins back here that look really, really nice. This whole home is gonna be decked out to the nines. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Everything feels extremely high-end, huge windows everywhere. And I don't know, it's one of the most solid builders you're gonna see anywhere in DFW. You know exactly what I'm talking about when you walk into one of these homes. So off to the other side, we're gonna have our first ensuite, which is also in the traditional spot. You've got your 10-foot ceilings in here, the really cool modern windows out front. We're bringing in tons of natural light, even though it is cloudy right when we're making this video. And of course, you're gonna have a really nice size walk-in closet right here in the corner, even an area for your bags, shoes, and your beautiful bathroom setup right here with the frameless glass shower, seamless tile floor, which is great for those older folks who don't have to step over a tub or anything like that. Almost too nice if you've got some older kids that come back from college. They may never leave a house like this. It's absolutely amazing. So across the other side, this is gonna be your storage closet as well as a half bath for your guests, so they can simply come in from wherever they're going, use the restroom right here. You don't have to walk through anybody's room, luckily. And then it's gonna open up pretty big right here to your 20-foot soaring ceilings. You've got one of the most beautiful staircases ever. I love the white oak style. Just nice modern color palette, really warm tones, little seating area. You can do all kinds of stuff right here. And then this is going to lead into your media room, which is an awesome setup. Got some Cowboys blue going on right now. Just got destroyed last week, but that's no surprise to any of you who are football fans. But really good setup here. A lot bigger than a lot of the homes that you see or media rooms that you see often. And just a really good spot. I talk about that a lot. I love the location right here on the first floor. But this is really what sets Tradition homes apart, and that is their main living areas. They are tall, they are wide, they are large, and they are grand. You've got so much counter room space. They've always got the big windows in the back of the kitchen area, the built-in KitchenAid appliances, which if you've watched many of my tours or anybody's tours for that matter, you'll see that a lot of times they put just a normal fridge that you would see in a $300,000 home. If you're spending this kind of money, it's just my opinion, you got to get a built-in fridge. But as you can see, this is super high-end luxury. It's not something you're going to see in an everyday home. You got the black quartz right here, the KitchenAid appliances. They always do the really, really big Vent-A-Hoods, which I really, really like. They do have the double oven right over here, KitchenAid as well. I think you can upgrade those two and choose a few different appliance options. But I love this little coffee bar section. It's nice and separated from the kitchen space. That big window once again. So you got natural light everywhere you go in this house, and then a really good sized pantry. But little coffee bar. I love how it's secluded. It's all by itself. And then I'm gonna take you over to the other side. And another thing that separates Tradition homes from everybody else is kind of the layout. So most of the people, when they use this space, they're gonna just a massive table. Me personally, this is a big table, but I would love just one big rectangular table. But they do give you the option to do a fireplace in here, which you're not gonna see that pretty much anywhere, except for with Tradition homes. There's a few other high-end builders that will do it. but that's going to be an option that you can choose. Of course, that would be an upgrade, but I prefer just one big long rectangular table. You can see that we've got huge windows all over the place in here. And since we're over here, let's check it outside real quick. So now we're outside to the main living space. We've got a huge covered patio that I absolutely love. The 20-foot ceilings matching just like the inside. Walls of glass and another outdoor fireplace, which of course is going to be gas. We flip a switch, get nice amount of heat in here. And then they've extended this patio, give you a little bit ideas of what you could do with the space. But a lot of people in a neighborhood like this, you're spending this kind of money. I wouldn't do this. I'd be putting a pool back here. Plenty of space for a pool, believe it or not. It doesn't look like a massive yard, but this is a 74-foot wide lot. It even overlooks a beautiful pond. This is gonna be one of the nicest luxury communities in quite some time, and it's gonna sell out faster than maybe any community that we've seen with just under 200 lots. Now let's go check out the rest of the house. All right, real quick, if this is your first time to the channel, my name is Preston Gale. I'm a local realtor here in the Dallas area, and I've helped over 100 people relocate through this channel alone in just the last few years. So if you're thinking about moving to Dallas or want to know everything about Dallas, Texas, make sure to contact that info below and keep watching these amazing videos. And I'm always open to feedback. So now we're here in the main living space of the house. You can see that this opens up with those 20-foot ceilings all the way across the top floor and into the front of the house. You can literally see those iron doors in the front. Perfect place if you had a party. You could play cornhole, bags, whatever you want to call it, right in your house. That's awesome. So the built-in shelving, this is probably one of the coolest built-in shelvings I've seen because it's floating. This entire thing is a floating shelf, which I just noticed. So great layout, opens up to everything. A little bit of separation from the dining area that we saw earlier. And then over in the corner, and its own little quiet space, we've got our master retreat. So big window, bump out that way, lots of room in here. Does not feel crowded whatsoever. We've got multiple seating areas, bump out over here, the modern windows that take up this entire wall, the tall ceilings, the recessed ceilings and lighting. And then we've even got a space for a little desk over here. This kind of just gives you an idea of what you could do with these spaces. And then really cool sconce lighting. That's another thing with tradition homes. A lot of these builders are gonna give you the worst lighting packages you've ever seen. I usually tell my clients, just go on Amazon and order your own lighting package because they're terrible. But Tradition Homes actually does a really good job and gives you lots of really good options. Once again, to continue with the theme of this home, it's wide, big, open areas. This bathroom. So we've got a huge bathroom space, so much room to move around. Two separated vanities that are much larger than your average vanity space. The floating standalone squared off tub just gives it a little more modern touch than normal. And I love the tile of this frameless glass shower. Just looks, it gives that wood look. Kind of want to tear out my tile now and redo my shower because that looks so good. Hopefully this surround sound's not too loud, but got surround sound throughout the whole house as well. That's something that almost every house comes with, but if you want to add the speakers, you're gonna have to pay for that. But the surround sound, as far as the wiring goes, is all usually free and comes with the house. Just to give you a little tip there. But this is right off of your master suite. You're gonna have your closet space. Some people like to do a little bit more with this later on. Some people will add like a little piece right here in the middle, put a little island for shoes and whatnot. And then most people love this, right off of your master closet and bedroom. You don't have to crawl all the way across the house to get to your washer and dryer. You've got your big, wide open laundry room right here. So all this additional cabinetry, really cool little hanging rack here. And I love how they've added this little seamless shelf here, countertop for your washer and dryer. So this leads back into basically where we would come through the garage. So I'll just point that out real quick. You would have a 3-car tandem garage right here. So you'd walk through here, have your mud bench, be able to get into your master retreat. And then this long hallway right here leads you back into the main living space of this beautiful home. Now let's get upstairs and check out the rest of the house. So now we're coming up this gorgeous staircase that we pointed out earlier, but you got to point it out again. This place is beautiful. They carry these white oak hardwood floors to the second floor, which I really, really like. Usually people will put carpet in the bedrooms though, but that's gonna be ultimately your choice. But this is gonna be your flex room right here. You can basically see everything from this spot right here in the house, which some people will like, some people won't, because it can get a little loud if you have kids, younger kids that is. But really cool space, you can do whatever you want with. you've got your nice little bar section right here. If you want to make this a wet bar, of course, you'd be able to do that. And then you've got lots of storage access over here. See what we're working with. This is locked, so it's going to be one of your attic spaces. 2 attic spaces that you can walk in, so storage is not an issue here. And then we've got your half bath right in here. So we've got an additional 3 bedrooms and 3 more bathrooms to show you. So 3.5 bathrooms in this upstairs space. So plenty of places to use the restroom. So nobody's going to complain about that. But really good sized bedrooms, nice big windows. My only complaint about these would be the ceiling height. This looks like it's 9 feet compared to 10 or 12 that we're seeing in a lot of other homes. Just to point that out to you guys, it's a little pros and cons, but really good size walk-in closet. Once again, these are all going to have their own ensuite bathrooms. You'll see that every single layout, tile selection is completely different in every single one of these rooms, which I really like. So your kids can kind of have their own personal touch if you allow them, if you want to build. For some of you, that may be a good thing. Some of you, that won't be that good of a thing because they may not have the, eye for design like you do. So more storage closets, similar sized bathroom or bedroom, totally different style shower, bathroom in there. And then we've got another nice, beautiful, bright bedroom with your own walk-in closet. These are all gonna have their own select and set up spaces. A little too maroon for me in there. I'm not a huge A&M fan, sorry, but if you're watching this and you're an Aggie fan, I would still love to talk to you. Some of my best friends are Aggies. And then this is gonna be your little bridge where you can see in the front and the back of the home. And then we'll head into the last of the bedrooms upstairs here. Probably the smallest of the 3, but still lots of light. Tub shower combo in here, nice sized vanity, a little bit of pink. And then another good sized closet with, I'll just go ahead and show you. You got full attic access. So most homes, when you do have attic access, you don't actually have any storage. It just kind of drops off. So that's kind of a nice touch. So storage all over this house. And one thing, if you didn't notice, Tradition is very well known for putting most of the square footage on these large homes on the downstairs and just putting kind of the bedrooms and maybe a small living area on the upstairs. So it's kind of that 1-story living, 1.5-story living, which a lot of people are gonna like. So as far as the pricing of these homes, this home is gonna be just over the $1.2 million price point as far as the starting. And if the smallest floor plan, sitting at around 3,600 plus square feet, is gonna be starting just over $1 million. So lots of options as far as prices go. Again, this isn't the cheapest community, but this place is going to sell out so fast because there is nothing like it as far as luxury, location. It's absolutely everything you could possibly want. And I think long-term, this is probably one of the best investments you can make in Dallas, Texas. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. Remember to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I would love to help you and your family make a smooth move to Dallas. Hope to see you around town, and make sure you check out this next video.